most accounting schools, most business schools, not just accounting, so they have a very structured curriculum. For example, accounting students, they have a structured curriculum. They have these required courses, they have to finish them, and then they have a couple of elective courses that they can switch, that they can select from practically anything. However, they only have a very limited number of electives. So let's say that an accounting student is interested in learning about visualization and about RPA and about blockchain and about cybersecurity and cryptocurrency and AI and process mining. That would mean 3 credit courses, with traditional universities, 3 credit courses for each one of them. But that's really not possible. And what made it also more important to have a different way of thinking is that the CPA exam is changing and is integrating a lot more data analytics in its basically in the exam itself. And now one of the things, and plus AACSB's accreditation, is requiring more integration of emerging technologies across the curriculum. Now, to take all these courses is impossible. So we started thinking about them, okay, so let's do them in a different way. Let's customize the courses in a way that would benefit us. So a student who is interested in becoming a cybersecurity expert. So maybe it's better for that student to learn about these topics as opposed to someone who's interested in more in visualization, for example. So those are 2 different things, and they can learn them in the way that we think about it, just take bits and pieces. So the idea is that the courses, they don't have to be structured as in like this is one course that everyone has to take it. The concept behind SWAM, School with a Million Courses, or BYOC, which stands for Build Your Own Course, is that you have different bits and pieces. You have blocks, building blocks. Those are the modules that we are offering. You can actually combine them into making them one course, and we'll explain how. Now, for instance, what we wanted to have at the beginning was to start with the smallest part, which is like you take, for instance, you take one module, any module, you get you have bytes, and then you combine multiple modules, and then you have like the badges, and then you can have course credits. Every 5 modules, for example, would be equivalent to 1 course credit. You can combine these into certificates and then eventually into degrees. One of the challenges, and which we will discuss later on, but one of the challenges that we found was one of the main challenges that we found was that the registration systems in traditional universities like Rutgers, for instance, does not allow for anything less than 1 credit. So it has to be at least 1 credit. And this is one of the reasons why we actually started offering the BYOC courses are 1 credit courses. The advantage of those courses is that the student, it's a 1 credit course. So it's equivalent to 5 weeks worth of lectures. And at this point, the students can actually select any 5 modules they want due to kind of like getting it approved, etc. So certain courses require 1 specific, if they have an overall theme, they are required 1 specific module. So for example, if they are interested in learning about automation, they have to take an intro to automation. That's a required module, but they can select 4 modules out of, like currently we have close to 40, and they can actually, like 30 and coming on to 40 in the fall, they can select any of these modules. So for example, although they are learning about automation, but they're interested in learning a little bit more about blockchain and about RPA and about process mining and continuous auditing, they can take these modules. The idea is like pizza, you're choosing your toppings. You have your own, you can use your own interests and your own needs, etc., to select the modules that would make up 1 credit course.